Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews. It is a comfy, cozy Sunday. Happy Love Day, everyone. So, oh my god, I'm sorry, since I have it on my TV. Because this is Love Day and of course it's Sunday, that means it's time for Bridgerton. So, let's get into it. Now, when we left off, it wasn't so lovey-dovey. So we gonna figure out what the hell is gonna happen now. Everybody know the girl is knocked up. We know Penelope told it. And then the Duke and Duchess, the Duchess found out that the Duke is pulling out. So not that he can't have kids. He don't want no kids. So I don't know where we're gonna go from here. Let's see. Hold on, pause. So Daphne and the Duke is pissed off with each other. He mad that he nutted in her and she forced him to. I guess she forced him to because she didn't really. You could have pulled out still, sir. But and that she's mad that he lied to her, and she was like she was gonna go. That's it. She done. She lay it in separate. She can get a separate bedroom. He was like, no, not until we figure out if you knocked up or not. And she was like, whatever. And then they get to lay the whistle down paper, and she was like, we getting ready to go back because my brother's in the scandal. And he was like, I'll go with you. And she was like, no, thank you. And he was like, until we find out you knocked up or not. We stuck together like glue. She was like, okay, well, prepare your largest carriage because I don't really want to be close to you, my nigga, because you get on my nerves. Yeah. That's how this starts. Comes home late, and she's like, so this is what our life is going to be like? And then she was like, they so stupid in love with each other. It's ridiculous. So they start kissing and stuff, and he starts to. So after he starts munching on her carpet until she has an orgasm, and she was like, should we go in the bedroom and finish what we started? And he was like, no. If I find out you're a child, then I'll provide for you. And if we find out you're not pregnant, then we'll just be married in name only. And that's it. And he walked off. And she was like, wow, I guess. And she was like, what have you learned? Or something like that. And she was like, I guess I've learned the lesson that we can't trust each other. Yeah, the foolishness of it all. Oh, the miscommunication.
And I'm confident I shall continue to do.
Alright, so, Jesus, so much is happening, God. Y'all trying to get me in my feelings. So, the Featheringtons come to the Queen's luncheon and they get treated like pariah and put out. Eloise is still trying to figure out who Lady Whistledown is. Talk about she gonna get her to print a retraction so that Penelope and her sisters aren't ruined. Daphne goes over to the Featherington house to talk to baby girl, the Thompson girl, and apologize to her. And then she says she's gonna try and help her find George, the guy who knocked her up, and he gonna have to come back in and provide for her because we not with the shits like that. So we gonna see what happens here. Also, the other Bridgerton boy who's been hanging out at the painter guy's house with all the orgies and shit, he was having a conversation with that man and his wife. And then he said, oh, did you meet Weatherby, who was the guy the artist guy was having sex with? Did you meet him? And he was like, no. He's like, I'll introduce you. He's like, no, I'm good. I hear my mother calling me. I'm gonna go. And so he ran off, leaving the man to look at his wife, looking at him like, what the rude. Wait a minute. So, the boxer guy is trying to build up his business and promote fights and stuff. And the Featherington man that came to the boxer guy and says, listen, if you take the fall, I'm gonna split the money that I win on your competitor. That's a sure thing. He trying to get out of debt. And he was like, I'm trying to help the both of us. I'm trying to do this for my family. Because the black dude almost knocked him out when he was like, my honor is not for sale. So Jesus, oh, Christ, on please, I don't know if he's gonna throw. Please don't. Oh God, we gonna see what happens. This makes me nervous. This makes me real nervous. Like they worse than women. What is y'all fighting for? Why is y'all picking at each other? That's my question. What you picking at each other for? Why is you picking at each other? That don't even make no damn sense. Okay, so Daphne went to Lady Danbury's all married ladies party. Them women is in there. It is lit. They drinking, gambling, giggling, kiki, and they have eaten everything they can eat, drinking everything they can drink, gambling the whole night. They have just a lovely time. And so she's met the general's wife, and she's going to use her connection to the wife to get to Sir George to get him back for Miss Thompson. Why these two is steady arguing with each other, I do not know. Like, I don't know why Daphne's brother keep picking with this man. Like, get over yourself. And then they hitting low blows about people's daddies and shit. Ooh, God, did these So Daphne goes to see Marina and tell her she wrote a letter to the general. And she was like, did you have your husband sign the letter? And she was like, well, no. She was like, well, thank you. That's not going to work. This is over. I've already given it up. So, and she was like, he might respond. And she was like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. But I thank you so much for your kindness. And the queen is upset because Lady Whistledown didn't mention her luncheon. And so now she's throwing this concert. And Eloise has been talking to Penelope about figuring out who Lady Whistledown is. And so now she's talking to the queen and giving her new theory and strategy on finding out who Lady Whistledown is. Then Daphne and the Duke have another conversation about the fact that he refuses to just be happy and in love, and they have a baby. She was like, so your hatred for your father outweighs the love that you have for me, or any affection that you have for me? Is that what you're saying? And he looking dumb in the face, and he eventually he's gonna come around, hopefully. Jesus, I think she's knocked up. She's waiting for her period to come on, but it ain't showed up yet. So then Jesus, I'm sleepy now. Okay, so then the Bridgerton boy who's been hanging out with the Peyton guy, who's in love with Lord Weatherby, he caught him having sex with Lord Weatherby. He's like, I just need to know what your situation is. And he was like, I'm in love with Lord Featherby. And he was like, well, what about your wife? He's like, my wife and I are married, and she enjoys my protections and provisions. And they have an agreement. And he was like, you have no idea what it's like to be in love with someone and be in the same room and still feel like you're oceans away, because you can't even look at each other. You can't even smile at each other without first to ensure that nobody else is watching y'all. And so Featherby is looking dumb in the face. He's like, you don't even know anything about this type of courage, because you just existed in your life. So until then, mind your damn business. That's how it ended. Jesus Christ. Okay. Back into my feelings. So they're at this little raggedy concert for the queen. And so Daphne and the Duke are sitting there, and he goes to hold her hand. And she starts to thaw a little towards him. And then all of a sudden, she's like, you can tell something happens. And she goes into the ladies' retirement area, and she checks, and she has indeed started her cycle. And then she starts to get herself together, and then she starts crying, and her mama comes, and you can hear her sobbing uncontrollably. And then the Duke is looking stupid in the face, like he's like, oh my God, now I don't know what they're gonna do with themselves. Also, Miss Thompson has said, all is lost, there's nothing left for me here. And she done made her some concoction and done took her out. She done tried to commit suicide, and Penelope done found Eloise has another red herring that she thinks that the modiste, Madame Foula Frenchy Foo, is the Lady Whistledown. But she's not. I don't know what the Bridgerton boy is doing with the modiste. They probably fucking. That's none of my business. But she thinks that a light bulb done went over her head. Child, I don't know if I can wait a week to watch the next episode. This is too much for my nerves. God fix it. Child, this episode was a lot. This was a whole damn lot, y'all. This was a lot. Like, the girl that got her period, now she destroyed. Her stupid ass husband is sitting there looking stupid. The Duke is dumb as hell. Like, how you gonna let your father continue to ruin your chance at happiness? So you just gonna continue to give him all your power. He's just gonna continue to give him all your power. That's what you gonna do. That don't even make sense, sir. That don't even make sense. Child, and Eloise, the queen said she done hired some Bow Street runners. Those are the top premium days, like Secret Service security private investigators, to find out who Lady Whistledown is, so she can be punished for her impertinence because she mad that she gossiping about you and your little tired lunch. And girl, get your life together. Queen is a nut job. Can we all agree to that? I know she going through because her husband has dementia and he's nuttier than a fruitcake. But Jesus Christ on the cross. For real though. Yo. Like, I want to watch the next episode so bad, but I'm going to keep to my schedule. I will meet y'all back here, same bat time, same bat channel, for the next installment of Bridgerton. Happy Love Day, my babies. I will see y'all tomorrow to put some makeup on this face. But yeah, that's it for me today. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a kid, and I'll catch you in the next one.